Listen, I get you want me to do back to school makeup, but this was my makeup in high school. I am not proud of this. I guess my mission now is to prevent y'all from having to look back at photos that look like that. Like, can we just break this down? What the fuck are the eyebrows? Like, Michaela, I get Jeffree Star was your fucking idol, but you really had to shave off your entire eyebrow and draw a fucking bald eagle wingspan across your fucking forehead. And then I don't know if you can tell by this photo, but my skin was so fucking dry. Those lines and cracks on my forehead are because the makeup is just settling into every dry crevice on my face. At this point in my life, I had zero skincare routine of any kind. This is a tragedy. What are the lips? What are these lips? I literally used to take the lightest possible nude lipstick and just run it along my lips, okay? And then I'm out of the shaving off eyebrow phase at this point in high school, but now I'm doing the blockiest fucking shappy brows I've ever seen on the planet. And why am I wearing no bronzer? One-dimensional skin is so goddamn dry. This year, I celebrated my 10-year anniversary since I graduated from high school. So let me show you how I would have done my makeup now. And if you're going back to school, I'm going to show you what not to do and how you can do it better. I'm going to do my makeup based off this very tragic look my senior year of high school. First of all, my skin in this photo is so dry. You can tell by my forehead specifically, but there is zero hydration in existence. Just a simple morning prep routine, a moisturizer and a primer. You know damn well all the girlies are wearing the road eye patches in high school, okay? I'm pretty sure some of them even literally show up to class with them. I do eye patches every single day, so I don't mind this step at all. Let's talk about the eyebrows. That, thankfully, yes, I grew back. This is how you know I had no real friends in high school, because someone would have called me out on this shit. Someone would have said something. First, I'm going to lay down the Rare Beauty Brow Gel. I'm just doing a light layer of this to tame my brow hairs, giving them a little lift, a nice shape. You can see the before and the after. Minimal difference, but it's a good difference. I was one of the very few full glam girl, even though that glam is horrific. I was still one of the few full glam girls at school. Now you can literally leave your brows like this and call it a day. I'm going to fill in sparse areas with a brow pen. And I'm just adding individual hair-like strokes. I just want to add a little color, and I want them to be a little fuller. It is a drastic difference from my eyebrows in high school. Perfect. I am going to carve them out with concealer. I use a super flat concealer brush like this. And I'm doing this because one, it's going to make it look super clean. But two, I'm going to do eyeshadow. And I'm going to use this as the canvas. In high school, I had a 6 a.m. bus, and I was getting up every day at 4 a.m. so I could do a full beat. Concealer all over my eyelid space. In my opinion, the best thing about this whole makeup look is the eyeshadow. Is it perfect? No, there's a lot of things I would change, but it's really not that bad. I'm starting with just a wash of brown all over my entire eye space, and I am deepening the outer part of the crease, and adding a little more depth to the outer V. Took 3 brushes and 3 seconds. Flat brush with a nude shadow, using that to soften the inner corner. So pretty. Then I'm going to take a highlighting stick. I'm going to lay that in the inner corner because it's going to make it look so bright. And then I'm just going to blend it out with the brush on the other side of this. See the difference? Now with this eye look, you can just go in with mascara. My favorite thing to do in high school was my iconic winged liner, and I still to this day would do that. Even though I wasn't great at makeup in high school, the one thing I had figured out was a winged liner. Period. I definitely wasn't tight lining, but I would be now. Don't forget to tight line. Was anyone else wearing falsies in high school? I remember thinking I was the baddest bitch. I have been through many phases in my life, but false lashes, they're a lifestyle. The Kiss Haute Couture, they're perfect for every day. Eye patches are coming off. Chill It, this is our moisturizer. And Glaze It, the tacky primer. I was in high school during the most iconic makeup era of all time, 2016. You just had to be there. I wore the KVD Lock-It foundation, literally one of the most full coverage foundations of all time. It was like cement on the face. And to probably no one's surprise, I still like that look. I want full coverage, flawless, porcelain fucking doll. And I get that with the Natasha Denona foundation. And the difference this time around is I've actually hydrated my skin. This is gonna give me that porcelain doll skin, but I don't look like the Sahara freaking desert. You know what I'm saying? My skin doesn't look like I exclusively drink soda anymore, okay? She's hydrated. This pasty white one-dimensional skin tone's gotta go. We need dimension. This base was exclusively a cement amount of foundation, a heavy hand of concealer, and a touch of bronzer, nothing else. That particular time, no one was really wearing cream products. We were big into powder. Now I like to make my skin really bronzy, and I contour my nose. In high school, I was using Shape Tape. And 10 years later, I am still using Shape Tape. I don't care what anybody says. I love this concealer. I would apply it differently though. I like a full coverage under eye, and yes, I used to do that big ass triangle. Now, I still wear quite a bit of concealer, but I more so like to apply it like this. And I use my concealer to contour my nose. Look at that. And I like a super full coverage, super bright under eye. I also like concealer on my chin, a little on my forehead, and then I do the center of my nose. Trust me when I say, if your skin is properly hydrated, especially your under eyes, you won't experience creasing or caking. That is literally happening to you because your skin is not properly prepped. There was no such thing as blush in 2016. I don't know why everyone was so against blush during this time, and now suddenly we're all obsessed with it. I used to wear a shit ton of powder. I would set my entire face with the OG MAC Studio Fix. I'm still gonna set majority of my face just differently, and I'm gonna use a loose powder. And I use a powder puff. I want a ridiculously snatched under eye. I've never been afraid of powder, and I sure won't be now. A little powder blush right on top of the cream. I'm adding some powder bronzer. This already looks so much better than it looked in high school. Now for my lips, I would literally take MAC Flesh Pot and just go all the way around. It literally looked like essentially what my lips look right now. Now I'm gonna go in with POV, contour, and cream, and I'm actually gonna line my lips. Fun fact, the reason I used to do that to my lips was because I hated them so much that I didn't want anyone to look at them, so I would just wipe them out. But that didn't work in the long run because it just made people look at my lips more. Then in 2021, I got 2 syringes of lip filler and I have not gone back. Flesh Pot right in the center. Like, you can rock a nude lip without it looking ridiculous. Last thing I want to do, because I just feel like it makes sense for me, is highlighter. I think I didn't get into my highlighter era until like 2017, 2018, but now I love me some highlighter. I'm gonna set the face. I wish I looked like this in high school. Like this from this, drastic improvement. Oh my gosh. And yes, I absolutely would get my ass up early every day for school and do this exact makeup.